Welcome to the Pink Lady Posse podcast, Women Who Refuse to Disappear. You are either creating your life or living one you inherited. Friction management. It matters because breakthrough is your way out of drift. See the drag? Return to say, let's go. I am Sandy Parker Martinez, and I am so happy to say I'm here with Monica Walls from Keka's Usna.
Yes.
And welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I think it was serendipity that we met a long time ago, and now it seems to be coming full circle.
Yes.
And I want to start out just by saying something that'll catch the attention of anybody listening, and that is she and I and you have something really important in common with Marilyn Monroe and Elizabeth Taylor. And I'll tell you what that is in a minute. So, Monica, tell me how you got into the position you're in as CEO and founder of Keka's Usna.
Sure. So I was an HR executive here in Silicon Valley, and I loved what I did. I loved all the things around people and culture and values, and it was so much fun. But I wanted to find something that really fueled my passion. And the last couple of companies I worked for weren't exactly perfect fits for me. Good people, just not my people. And I was taking a little bit of a breather, sitting back, thinking about what do I want to do. I loved building from the ground up. I know I wanted to do something around people. And one of my childhood friends said, "Hey, you've had an idea for lipstick since grad school. If you don't do this now, you're never going to do it." And of course, I went through the whole, whoa, I don't know how to start a company. How does that work? And I'm not married, so there's not another income for me to say, "Honey, I'm going to go try something. You need to, take the reins for a while, and I have a mortgage to pay." And he just went, "Yeah, yeah, you'll figure it out." So that was my kind of shove into, you can do this, and I figured it out.
Okay, so to me, that feels like conquering an empire, right? Like all these beauty brands that I see, they look like they're forever old and backed by huge money. And
Yeah.
then here is Monica going, yes, I can. So how did you start? Like how do you even make a lipstick?
So, and I had to ask those same questions because I didn't know how to make a lipstick. I had no idea. So, that same childhood friend introduced me to a company that manages brands. So, they were a fantastic way for me to get started. So, they helped me find a factory, they helped me create a logo, they helped with my initial website. So, they were really great because they taught me a lot. And now I don't need a brand management company. I'm able to run it. I do have people who, help with socials, and I do have a factory here now in the States instead of overseas. I used to do some stuff in London and some stuff in Hong Kong and some stuff in China, and so now I do everything here in the US. But it was a really good way to get me introduced. I didn't know anything about formulations. I'm not a chemist. I'm not even a makeup artist or a cosmetologist. So I had to come with what was important to me. So what was important to me was a long-lasting lipstick that wasn't drying, a lip gloss that wasn't sticky. I didn't want my hair sticking to my face. It used to drive me crazy.
Oh, I hate
And I
that.
wanted the products to be good. So I wanted paraben free. I wanted gluten free. I wanted cruelty free, vegan friendly, the things that we've come to love and understand that the cosmetic industry actually can manage if they really want to. So, yeah.
Now, I used to work for Southern Living magazine. And when I would say that, people would go, "Oh, I remember the recipe in the edition of Christmas 1940." And it makes me, so in talking to you, it makes me think about, I want to now tell you about my lip problems, right?
Right.
I want to say, "Oh, I got oily lips. I got, everybody has a thing about their lipstick, do they not?"
Correct. They do. And I was one of those people. For whatever reason, I have needed a lip liner since I started wearing lipstick. If I don't, it bleeds. And it's just, I think my skin is a little bit oily, which I think helps us look a little bit younger as we get older. So I'll
Hmm.
take it. But from managing lipstick, I needed a lip liner to help my lipstick stay within where I wanted it to stay.
Now, I have so many questions. Do you name your lipsticks? The
I
names
do.
that mean something. Tell me about some of those.
I do. So this is part of the fun part. So even my brand name. So Keka was my nickname as a teenager. Usna is Croatian for lip, and I'm Croatian. So I thought if I'm going to do this, let me do this in a way that's super personal. And I've always kind of worked with passion, but this is a totally different. I was able to make this super personal. Purple's my favorite color, so you can see that's my corporate colors. Even here in my Zoom background, like there's some things in the background. I collect Tiggers, so there's a Tigger back there on the shelf. And this is my favorite church in Croatia. It's called Saint Anat in Zadar. And I just love it. So I was able to do the same thing with my colors, pay homage to my heritage and have a little bit of fun. So my colors have a Croatian descriptor, but an English name for the color, because I never want somebody to say, I don't remember the name of what I ordered. They
Oh,
can
yeah.
say, I ordered something red, but I don't remember, but there's only one red. So red is a perfect example. My red is Krovišti, and Krovišti means rooftop, and all the rooftops in Croatia are terracotta, so they look red.
Well, red is my favorite color.
There you go.
I've been a dark red all my life. So we were talking about beauty,
Hmm.
and when you enter the beauty world, tell me what you see in terms of women and their love for themselves or not, and their,
Hmm.
what are they going through psychologically around beauty?
It's interesting. When I launched Kekazus, I didn't expect to be part of the bigger conversation, and I am, and I'm really, really enjoying it and loving it. So what I'm finding is that women who are in their 40s and above are feeling like the beauty industry has kind of left them behind, that there's nobody that's very vocal in, we have a product that's good for you, we have something that works for you. And we all have different lips, like you said, right? Some people it's dry, some people it's oily, and we all have something that we need help problem solving for. And so it's really interesting. I've been getting a lot of messages lately around what would you recommend? My daughter is 17 and I'm not ready for her to have like full blown dark lipstick. And some of us 17 feels pretty old in the teenage life, and some of them it's still pretty young. And so we want to make sure that we have options for them. So what I'm finding is conversations around glosses a little bit lighter, hydrated, and lips that look healthy feel really good. You don't necessarily have to put color. A bold color can make you feel bold and confident, and a soft color can make you feel just a little, feminine. And I tell women, wear what makes you feel good. Wear what makes you feel like your best you. Don't let anybody else tell you what you have to wear.
Well, I'm in the world of friction management, which
Mm-hmm.
is, when I say that, it's probably a lot like Kekazusna. Like, what is that? People go, friction management. I don't think I'm interested. And I'm like, well, you actually are,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like arranging your life in such a way that you're a bit unattached from what happens out there, because we often make it mean something about us.
Correct.
Right. So when
Right.
I go to the world and I say, I'm an expert in friction management, I've started saying, because women are my audience, it's a wake up
Yeah.
call with lipstick. And what that means to me is,
I was gonna say, explain that.
I know. Well, the thing of it is, when I put on my lipstick, I am asserting my self expression.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I can wear any color I want, any time I want. And I love what some of the other actresses and people have said, like Elizabeth Taylor. She said, let me find it. It's so good. Pour yourself a drink, put on a little lipstick, and pull yourself together,
Exactly.
right? Or if this was Coco Chanel said, if you're sad, add more lipstick and attack,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
so many of the messages are soften up, age out, slow down, disappear. And I'm like, heck
Mm,
to the no. I'm
exactly.
coming out and I am wearing lipstick.
Right. And it makes you feel good, right? Like you said. So you put on your lipstick and that's your you, right? For some people it's like your glasses, right? Those glasses are your finishing. Everybody knows you by those glasses. And your lipstick is part of that. How we feel is a reflection of how we look on the outside is a reflection of how we feel on the inside. And I think friction management is exactly, it's a great term. I never thought about that until you shared that with me. And then I thought, that's exactly right, right? We're managing any friction that comes from anywhere, and we can do it in a way that serves us best.
Yeah, and the trick, if you will, is seeing it.
Hmm.
Because I was looking on Perplexity about what women face in terms of the top areas of being self-conscious.
Hmm.
Body image and appearance is number one.
Sure.
And I think it's a survival technique, right? I think
Sure.
we want to be accepted, we want to belong, we want to follow the rules, we want to be a good girl, and most of those are inherited from watching our mother, our grandmother, our
Hmm.
auntie, and sort of mimicking what they did.
Right.
So you either inherit your beliefs or you create some new ones.
Correct.
And
And
if you,
sometimes it's a bit of both,
oh,
right?
it has to be a bit of both. But if you don't see it, like
Hmm.
the voice of my mother rings true, right? If I
Right.
can't detect, oh, that's what my mother thinks, and I'm now 70 years old, I can have a new thought that's all my own.
Right.
But when we run on auto, we're sort of not even aware of the thoughts that we're just living out because we inherited them.
Right. It's funny you say that. So my mom told me once, I must have been early 20s, maybe like 19, 20, 21. And I remember my mom said to me, when you don't wear lipstick, your lips just blend right into your face. And I know she didn't mean it how it sounds. But like you said, mom's voice, right? And I know she didn't mean it in any way other than like now we would say, "Oh, honey, you look, great with that lipstick," I suppose. But
Yeah, yeah.
she was trying to give me like just a little bit of, wow, when you wear lipstick, it really changes your whole face. It really changes your whole look. And I don't wear lots of makeup. Eyeliner, mascara, and lipstick. I don't know how to do the cool, fun eyeshadow, bronzy shading. Yeah, couldn't tell you, right?
Yeah.
But lipstick is the thing. And in the summertime, all I need, sunglasses and lipstick.
Amen,
And it
sister.
does. It makes a huge difference. So I hear that voice. I hear my mom's voice every now and again saying that to me. And I told myself that one time I was going to go on camera with like half a face done to show the difference in eyeliner, mascara, and lipstick because it does make a huge difference. Huge.
So my husband's a pastor, and
Hmm.
we were in this church. It's a small church, and I do, messages and videos on LinkedIn and Facebook. And I went to church on Sunday, and this lady said, "Do not ever go on Facebook again without your makeup."
Why?
She was so poised and coiffed and doesn't leave the house with it, and I'm like, sister, there's no way to operate like that. I want to come out the way I come out. I probably will have lipstick on, but she
Hmm.
was just horrified that I would show up as myself.
But mm, I don't know
I
what to say to that because
no
I think
say, say.
well, I think it's great to show up as yourself, right? I think that speaks volumes to who you are and your inner confidence, right? So we all, yes, we wear makeup, but it doesn't lessen who we are without it, right?
Well, one of
So,
the types of friction that is easy to feel or
hmm.
detect is
Yep.
comparison friction.
Tell me more.
Right? Well, you're here on camera and I'm looking, well, her lipstick looks, you know, like instantly I'm in comparison alley, right? Because we
Mm,
just do that. But if I can say to myself, oh, there's comparison friction, check me out. then it gives me the space between looking at your lips and worried
Mhm.
about mine.
Right.
Because until we can detect it, we live in it and we don't even know it, which is so crazy.
Quick question. Have you noticed how easy it is to drift through this season of life? Not unhappy, just slightly checked out. Yeah, that. At Think Pink, we don't fix women, we help them come alive again. Honest conversation, easy occasions for discovery, no duct taping a smile over burnout, no reinvent your entire life by Tuesday. Just people who care and gentle nudges that help you feel like yourself again. I mean, the truth is, you can't be your best self by yourself. If that sentence made something in you nod, we made a free Think Pink starter gift just for you. Come take a look. No fixing, just connection. Go to pinkladyposse.com and click on Think Pink. Stay awake to your own life and not alone.
Until we can detect it, we live in it and we don't even know it, which is so crazy.
It's true. And it makes you think about how to think, right? So you're right. Like our backgrounds are really different. Our coloring is really different. What we're wearing, so it's all very different. One's not better than the other. It's just our own preferences. So for me, when these things come up, I'm like, okay, so what am I loving? Like I love your background and I love like the black and white little vase back there with the difference of all the pink. Like I love that. So it's hard though, right? That you don't want to compare. You're like, ooh, how could I add something like that to mine? Or when you see something that is really positive and you want to maybe emulate it in different ways. It's interesting. So how do you manage that when those thoughts come and you're thinking about comparison and friction?
Well, I have created some new rules for myself that the quality of my life depends on the amount of my life I've created
Right?
versus inherited.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have my own little manifesto that I run by, but it's not that it's not challenged minute by minute.
Sure.
But when I see it, like I love that the picture of your the is it a church back there?
It's a church.
It's
Yeah.
so beautiful. It makes me want to go right over to, and so I have to kind of go, Stop, sister, be in the conversation.
Yep.
I did want to ask you something that I forgot, but I'm going to give myself just a chance to get it because it was really great. Oh, you are traveling some high cotton. You are in beauty environments. You are in photo shoots with gorgeous young beings.
Yep.
You're right. So what does that feel like to you to travel in that kind of ecosystem? Does it affect you over time?
I mean, so yes and no. So my photo shoot, so my website, my socials, I know 98% of my models. So they're friends. My niece is in there, a distant cousin, women I've met through networking, and random people. I was in London and I saw this beautiful woman on a train, and I was like, I'm gonna do a photo shoot next month. So I walked up to her and said, I know this sounds funny, but I'm launching a lipstick company and I'm gonna do a photo shoot here in London next month. Would you like to be? Because she just had such a great look. And so I want people who look like everyday people.
Mhm.
So my niece is 21 and so are her friends. And so photo shoots with them are young, beautiful women who look like they could be on a runway, right?
Right.
And I want to see everything from that all the way up to somebody who's 75 or 80, anybody who wants to wear my lipstick. So my photo shoots have been mostly with people that I've brought together. I had a group of girls, I think there was 5 or 6 of us, and we flew down to LA for the day for a photo shoot. And so I've got a picture of us on the airplane with the gold patches under our eyes as we're flying down there. And it's funny, I don't compare myself to them, but there are moments when I'm like, I'm standing here with a group of models and I'm, 30 years older and I'm a plus size woman. And how does that make me feel? And the first time that happened, I was like, whoa, how am I going to feel comfortable? I was actually nervous about how am I going to feel comfortable in front of the camera, surrounded by these beautiful women. And in that moment, I was like, you know what? I can celebrate my beauty too. And I can celebrate my beauty next to their beauty. And I had to work not to compare myself to them. So how tall I am or how thin they are or their perfect lip shape or their amazing complexion. And I just had to go, okay, I am comfortable with who I am, and I am going to stand here and be very excited to take this picture and very proud of what I've built and very proud that women who want to see themselves in my product are here with me. And so I just kind of changed that mindset. Like you said, right? It's a mindset shift in how you think about it. So that was really, really helpful because the first time that happened, I was like, whoa, whoa. So, but I think, sometimes we get caught in that. And way back in COVID, right? Everybody's, isolating, you're not with people. So I was just with my family. And there was a great picture of me, my niece, and my nephew on this pool floaty. And my niece, again, looks like she walked off a runway. My nephew's this tall, gangly, water polo with an 8-pack, never mind a 6-pack. And I'm laying between them in this floaty in a bathing suit. And I'm like, it's a great picture because it captured a beautiful moment of me sharing time with them. And I remember when I posted it on Instagram, I went, if somebody wants to zoom in and look at the size of my arm next to Natalia's or look at my leg next to Nathan's, that's on them. This is a beautiful moment and I'm going to celebrate it and I'm going to share it. And so since then, I've kind of gotten a little bit like, yeah, if there's things with ourselves that we're maybe not thrilled with or happy with, we work to change them. And the rest of it, we accept who we are. And that's what makes us amazing.
Well, I think I was telling you the other day about a photo shoot I did. So I lost 100 pounds, and to celebrate, my girlfriend says, "Oh, you got to do this photo shoot." I'm like, "A photo shoot? If you want to see your friction surface, do a photo shoot because it's a friction revealer.
Yeah,
Everything that you're not aware of comes out, right?" So I
correct.
said, "Oh, I'd love to." And then I had a like a freak out. I thought, okay, I'm a plus size woman in a bathing suit, and I'm going to get in the water and have a videographer follow me around in the water? No way. And then I called her and she said, "Oh, you can't back out now." So I got there and I got the most beautiful portrait of me
Lovely.
floating in the water. Like it looks like it could be in the Louvre. And
Nice.
I just went, "Oh my gosh, like I love myself."
Yeah.
And I really got it from that experience. But I would love to challenge any one of you to report back and say, "I heard your podcast episode and I challenged myself to a photo shoot. And these were the
Yeah.
45 pieces of friction that showed up."
Yeah.
Because we don't really challenge ourselves to go that edge, right? Well,
hmm
comfort is wonderful. And we
Sure.
we say in comfort. So
Right.
now you're traveling all over the place.
I am.
And tell me how Keka's Usna is sold.
So, right now, everything is driving traffic to my website. So I
Okay.
have a TikTok shop. You can, buy me on Instagram and Facebook, but it'll direct you to my website. So everything is through my website. I'm in one boutique in California and I'm looking to do more. I do have, so I sell and ship from the US. I sell and ship from the UK. And I newly sell and ship from Canada as well. So I'm slowly adding, countries to make it easy because I could ship to anywhere, but the shipping costs are crazy. So I need distribution set up in other countries. And so I'm slowly adding, another one. So Canada is my latest and it's really, really exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I'm writing a book. Peace
Yes.
is more expensive than lobster. A wake-up
Yep.
call with lipstick.
Yep.
And I was on a podcast the other day with a woman who owns a store. And she
hmm
said, "Oh, I can't wait to sell your book in my store." And I hadn't even thought about being in boutiques.
Yeah.
But there is this beautiful culture around boutiques, and those
Yeah.
women really guide their customers in choices.
Yeah.
I used to
Yeah.
have a product, and I think I was in 400 stores at one time, but I was
Nice.
in three markets, and that's how they found me.
Okay.
So I don't know, does lipstick have lipstick market? Like you go to I don't know, how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people want, there's so many brands, right? And there's a lot of indie brands. So I'm at an indie brand, and a lot of owners are striving to get their stuff into like Ulta and Sephora.
Mhm.
But that's not really what I'm looking for. I like the boutique feel, like you, right? The smaller people who know a little more intimate. It feels a little more intimate when the shop owner can say, "Oh yeah, I have this one lipstick. I have this, one book. I have this one scarf. I know this one person who makes all my candles," type of thing. So I
Yeah.
love that exclusivity feel of a boutique. It just feels, I don't know, a little more luxurious, but still affordable.
Mhm.
So I love that. Mhm.
Well, I think women benefit when they exercise their choice
Yeah,
of preference,
correct.
especially when it doesn't make sense. Like I get this
I was gonna
charge.
say, I see a story coming here.
Well, I'm in a shoe store and my husband holds up these Snoop Dogg rhinestone Crocs. And he goes,
Okay.
"Babe, these are for you." I'm like, "What? I would never wear those." I wear them all the time.
Fun.
But it's like, why not? If I'm
Yeah.
not going to do it now at 70 years old,
Yeah.
why not do what makes me feel good? I see a lipstick I want. It's kind of the gift economy. Women at a certain age, we have enough money to buy lipstick.
Correct.
We have enough money to buy Snoop Dogg Crocs.
Yeah, of
And I
course.
wear them and it makes me happy. And people are like, "Oh, I love what you're doing. Oh, you should see what I'm wearing." Because I'm having the best time because it's
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
so I want to just follow you around, and I want you to follow me around, and let's
Yeah.
gather up a flock of people who want to be themselves and want to use these years to have everything they want.
Yeah.
Because everybody, I don't want to say everybody can afford lipstick, because I don't know how much is your lipstick?
So it depends.
Okay,
My matte finish that comes with a liner is $42.
great.
My colored gloss finish is 28. And then I have a clear that's just like a nice hydrating clear gloss. The squeezy tube is 15 and the bit with the wand is 17.
So everything possible.
Yep.
And now, how do I know the colors to buy? Like, it's just I go on the website and I go, "There's red."
Yes. So if you go on the website, you can see all the colors and all the products. All of my colors and finishes have two models to show you what it would look like.
Okay.
I prefer to see it on lips as opposed to the inside of an arm or anything else where maybe there's color swatches.
Mhm.
But yeah, and I tell everyone, I know someone reached out to me and said something about a color. It wasn't like a color palette or a color wheel if they were like a summer or winter. It was more an element. If they were a fire or a water, like what
Oh,
should they
yeah.
wear? And the funny thing is I said the exact same thing. Pick what makes you feel good. Wear what you think will make you feel the best, right? I know I like saturated colors. I tend to wear like jewel tones, if you will,
Mhm.
and colors that are darker. I don't know if I'm really a summer or winter. I've been typed at different times and I'm pretty fair, but in the summer I can get pretty tan. So sometimes it changes. I still wear the same color. This is my go-to. It's my plum. I wear it every day. In the summer, when I get a bit darker, I can rock my red. And at nighttime, I can wear my wine color. But I
Rock
tend
my
to like a
red.
bit more. Yeah, and it's a fun color. I have one color that's a crimson. It's Stelno crimson. And the crimson is like this pinky red or reddy pink. I almost didn't make it because I'm like, what am I going to call this color? Because it was so different than my red. It's really, really cool. So I put it on three of us and we stood next to each other. It looks different on all of us. It's
What do
really,
you
really
call the
fun.
pinky red?
It's the Stalno Crimson.
Nice.
Hmm.
So you've been in this business now how long?
Just over 2 years.
Okay, so there are stages, yes?
Yes.
Honeymoon, development, holy cow. Like, what would you say so far, even in 2 years, the phases that you would say you've been through?
I think kind of all of it. Like, I think the honeymoon was, oh my gosh, am I really doing this while it's getting built? I think the holy cow was when I had, I don't know, 26 cartons show up at my front door. And I'm like, oh, okay, okay, well, wow, and then it was, oh, and I need stuff to ship it in. So then I have another, 26 cartons of bubble bags at my door. And so those moments I was like, whoa, what have I done? And then it was fun. And then to see it come to life was rewarding and exciting. I mean, I spent many a days with, not a stitch of makeup and my hair tied on top of my head in front of my laptop, going through my website, making sure everything worked well, working with my developer. And then when it finally launched, it was like, oh, it was so good. But I think in that first year, I just kind of like coasted along and thought, if you build it, they will come. And that's not exactly how it works. So it's been a roller coaster of so many good things. I've had so much fun. I'm so blessed and so grateful for the people that I surround myself who are helpful. I have a friend if I get stuck on a technical issue who can help me out and to reach into the women groups that I belong to and my networks of, oh, I would love for you to model my lipstick. I was literally on a meeting with somebody and looking at her and I'm like, hmm, would you want to come and be in my photo shoot? Like she looked great. And so it's been a roller coaster of emotions. I've learned a lot. And so now where I am, at almost 2.5 years, going, okay, now this is like the yummy stuff. This is the good stuff. So what I've learned through the process, and I think, when I started Keka Usna, it was all about lipstick. I wanted long lasting that wasn't drying. I wanted colors that worked for me. I wanted a lip gloss finish that wasn't sticky. And I got all that, which is fantastic. But what I've learned is the community that you build along the way and the people you meet along the way are what make it the most fun, what make it the most rewarding. And so I found that, and it's been like a pleasant surprise or unexpected kind of end that I never imagined. It's truly unbelievable.
Well, I know that you and I share the same orientation to collaboration.
Hmm.
Tell me about how you've been invited to or participate in events with your product and how you find those and sort of about that whole area of collaboration,
Sure. So some of it is just through networking, right? I've gone to like you and I, right? We met in a group and we
right?
got thrown into a breakout room and oh, hey, you do this and oh, hey, you do that. And then, you find kind of your kindred spirits along the way. So
Mhm.
through networking, I found a lot of those opportunities. I've had women come to me and say, we're looking for a gifting item for a beauty bag, or would you like to come be a part of, my event, right? I'm doing a retreat. Would you like to come and speak? So I do a lot of speaking as well, on podcasts or, on stages when it makes sense for me. I didn't think I would love being part of panels, but I do because you're sitting next to these women that you meet 10 minutes before you get up on stage and you find out that, guess what? We all have the same pillars of core values of who we are as women around collaboration, around community, around support. And so I really love that. So I find a lot of those opportunities just through networking or random people that I run into. I ran into somebody sitting on an airplane and it was just the funniest thing. We exchanged business cards and we ended up, doing a little bit of business together. So it's kind of fun. It's super fun.
So, as we come to a wrap up here, I want you to have the opportunity to say to any women listening, here's your big shot, right? Like, if you got to say something to these people, what would you say that comes from your gut?
Yeah. I think don't let fear or insecurity or society telling you not to be the reason why you don't do something. If you want to do it, do it. Both feet in, jump in, and guess what? You'll figure it out. And what you don't figure out, you surround yourself with people who can help you figure it out. So I just want to tell everybody, just try it. If it's something you want to do, try it. The only thing we fail at is something we don't try. So give it a shot.
Ta-da!
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being
Exactly.
with me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Pink Lady Posse Podcast, where women go from what now to what's next. Come join us at pinkladyposse.com, where we share community, resources, and tools to support your next beautiful chapter. With love, light, and a little lipstick. See you next time.